the last couple hours. We're going to be here with you for the next couple hours because we got ourselves a race between Yukabonk and Trisscorp. Cobb La 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 is on track, is in the commentary both with me today. And this is going to be quite a race. Now this time, both players seem to be taking the same strategy, heading toward the uncle. We go see what he's got.
Now, surprisingly, both runners opted to skip the tree pole.
Well, they hadn't killed any enemies yet.
You got a hammer!
Wow! Hammer right off the bat. And there we go. Alright, so I'm going to be handling the tracker duties for a little while here. See if we can make this happen. Alright, so we're heading now into Hyrule Castle. Oh, wow. Trisscorp is bold. Indeed. He's playing as Invisible Link. Both players finding the book in the escape.
You know, the addition of all those new sprites caused me to have to relearn all of my placement for bomb jumps and all that to the bottom part of a shadow, because no matter what sprite you choose, the shadow is always exactly the same.
That is true. I've just decided to forego the extra sprites. Alright, so we found the map here. And we'll be heading down to Zelda's chest. Alright, so Trisscorp gonna do the hammer strats on the guard, and oh, taking a death immediately. That's unfortunate. Meanwhile, Yukabonk picks up the flippers in Zelda's chest. I imagine the intent was to take a death intentionally after hammering the guard down, but that didn't happen.
Yep, not quite as I think he intended. So now it looks like Yukabonk's gonna head up in the traditional northern route to Kakariko Village.
Yep. So the flippers are going to preclude you from doing the Houlihan trick on the east side if you want that money.
Correct, until you get a pair of boots.
Right. But, you know what we have? We have crabs with bombs. High explosive crabs today. So all you gotta do is pick up bombs. Many crab you see. Makes things a lot easier on you. Alright, so Trisscorp gonna take a second shot at the ball and chain guard, this time with the aid of a pot. I'm gonna pick up those flippers. Just a bomb upgrade in the mushroom location. Meanwhile, Trisscorp going to the South Hyrule route. So we've got a divergence already. with access to the hammer being a reusable weapon, it makes the mini Moldorm cave a little easier to get through. Oh, and Yukabonk is going to take a death on a guard just north of Kakariko Village. That's going to be unfortunate. Alright, so Trisscorp finds a sword in the dam. And just 20 rupees outside. But at this point in the game, you pick up those 20 rupees because you're gonna need some money. Alright, Yukabonk heading down into Blind's hut. Meanwhile, Trisscorp heading into the mini Moldorm cave. Gonna get 5 chests on both sides. So we've got the Ether Medallion and the Power Glove. It is so bad. And the Blue Boomerang.
You know, I love the decision this tournament to make it an open seed because we get to see 2 very, very different games from the get-go. Whereas with the standard mode, really the first 10 to 15 minutes are pretty much the same.
That is very true. Yukabonk now heading into Kakariko. Well, gonna find a few items in here. Now, I will admit, I missed what happened in Mini Moldorm Cave. Ah, there's the flute. So Yukabonk has the flute. Found very early this time, as opposed to last time. Right.
Yep, so our next major progression item that really will kind of start blowing some things open would be either the Moon Pearl would give us the Hype Cave, or the Mirror would give us Hera and right side of Death Mountain.
Indeed. The Moon Pearl gives you access to a lot of items at this point. Meanwhile, just a little bit of rupees picked up in Kakariko Village, finishing that off. Trisscorp will likely be heading up toward Zora at this moment, or to Eastern. Okay, Zora. And the issue with that being... Wait, does Yuka have powder? Ah, apparently so. Nice. Good to know. Just bombs there. And they both have the flippers. That is, in fact, true.
Ooh, there's the mirror.
Ah.
On Zora's ledge, yeah.
Excellent. So, Trisscorp should be grabbing that rather quickly. Just 10 arrow upgrade in the library. Thank you, chat, for helping me keep up with the tracking.
I do not envy you pulling double duty.
You said duty.
I did. I realized it once I said it.
Sorry, I'm 12 apparently.
I'm right there with you, my friend.
So Yukabonk apparently found something interesting in the race game. It's the fire rod.
Ooh, things are coming quick this seed.
Burninating the countryside.
Which of
All
course
day, every
means
day.
that they're going to be trolled by the last time.
Oh, of course. Alright, so Yukabonk gonna head into the back of Escape. I don't know if it can top the back of Escape from last time. That was high quality. That was a high quality cache of treasures last time. What do we have? We've got a key, a heart container, and some bombs. So Yukabonk can start making his way toward the chest in the dark room.
Ooh, bravo! 4 hearts, that can be a tricky situation because those snakes hurt with green mail.
Yeah, that is true. Now, luckily, because they have the fire rod, there are some torches in here you can light. So it makes it a lot easier to navigate.
Correct, but unless he finds some magic, he does not have enough to light another one.
Oh boy. Alright, so Trisscorp taking his invisible link into Kakariko Village, gonna get quite a few items.
And he got it with the blue mail.
Ooh, the blue mail, nice. Meanwhile, Trisscorp picking up the items in Blind's hut, which includes the blue boomerang, the ether medallion, the power glove, and I think the powder was in there?
Honestly, I'm not sure, but Yukabonk is about to get his sword here.
Yep.
Which ironically would have helped him a minute ago.
Quite true. All right. I think the tracker should be all right at the moment. Well, the flute was just found, so let me flute that thing. Trisscorp getting his swag duck on. All right, looks like someone has come in to relieve me of tracking duty, so thank you very much to our illustrious tracker, Mr. Isolated999. Thank you very much. So as expected, a whole lot of nothing in the mini Moldorm cave.
Oh, and Trisscorp did get the chicken clip stuck in the wall.
Excellent. I have had the chicken clip mess me up once, so I try not to do it anymore.
I myself have picked up that bomb and was unfortunate that it was my last bomb.
Ooh. Gross. Yeah, so at this point, we might be looking at Desert Palace on account of having that book.
I myself am kind of waiting to see some East Side Death Mountain.
Yeah, East Side Death Mountain is definitely possible. The flute is available. You can get over there with the mirror, of course, which Yukabonk will be coming up on shortly. Neither player, when they went to Zora, had enough money to buy Zora's item. So that's something that's going to be in the back of their mind for the rest of this race, I imagine.
Which actually was the issue with a lot of runners in maybe the first qualifier. The rupees did not come early, but the Moon Pearl did, so they got the fairy chests, and it took a while to come back to Zora, which I think actually had the mirror.
Wow. Yep. You can't neglect Zora forever. Well, unless you're in go mode. So Trisscorp gonna make his way into the Dark World. Has to go the long way around on account of having just the first two. It looks like Blast is in here for tracking purposes. So thank you there. On account of not having the Titans, excuse me. That's why you have to go the long way around. So it looks like we have the green pendant in Swamp. We've got the red pendant over in Skull Woods. 5 and 6 are Turtle Rock and Ice Palace. So
Trisscorp has changed his mind about his current plan.
Well, Trisscorp did go into the Dark World and check it, but he did in fact not have the Moon Pearl. So he was not able to do much.
Little hard to tell with that invisible sprite. That
is true. Alright, so Yukabonk is going to be heading up Death Mountain to get the job done. We find a large heart container on top of Spectacle Rock and one inside Spectacle Rock as well. I imagine he'll grab one of those at least, because you have to mirror on top of Spectacle Rock anyway. And Yukabonk gonna take his look at the Dark World map. Grabbing that heart. Now, we have the book. We do not have the Master Sword. So we can only check what is on this tablet. And it's just a piece of heart, so we will not be seeing that ether tablet this game.
I gotta imagine that we got a Light World check, but I didn't happen to notice where the two crystals were.
I'm not entirely sure. However, it is apparent that Hera is in fact a crystal.
Yep, the music tells the tale.
Yep. It's entirely possible that there was not a Light World map check. A lot of runners don't want to check the Light World map because you get so much information from the Dark World map and you just kind of wing it from there. So, looks like we are forced to go into the tile room here. which is, you know, a little annoying if you're going for speed, but you at least get a nice little break. Unless something like that happens. In which case you get to sit here and fend off tiles. All right. So Trisscorp is now up in Death Mountain as well. So we've got our runners following each other's footsteps.
And as Fiesel just posted, it looks like we have 4 speed gaming channels that we're going to be utilizing, especially over the next 6 to 8 weeks during the Swiss round, because there's just so much Zelda to be had.
Every week for the next 6 weeks, you will get 50 Link to the Past randomizer races between the members of this tournament. That is more randomizer than you can shake a stick at.
And that, my friend, is just the primary tournament. The secondary tournament is even bigger.
Secondary tournament primarily streaming on the Randomizer Mania network. They've also got 4 or 5 channels over there. And there's a lot going on.
I imagine we're about to see some hammer strats here on Trolldorm, and it looks like Trisscorp just found the small key.
So the small key on the torch there in Desert Palace, the big key in the box, so the dungeon is clearable. You can complete the dungeon. However, we do not know if you can get all of the items.
We might find out here in a second. Ooh!
There's the hook shot! Hook shot in the big chest in Desert Palace. My goodness.
When Yukabonk falls 2 floors, if you're gonna fall, that is the worst place to fall.
Yuka getting trolled hard by Trolldorm. He's not messing around. All right, Trisscorp going to be making his way into the back part of Desert Palace. All right, there's one hammer hit.
Now, because we cannot hear the sound. Oh, he's doing well. We cannot hear the sound in Oh, man.
A third fall to Trolldorm. That is unfortunate. A lot of times there's nothing you can do about the Trolldorm falls.
Nope.
Just get you in a corner and there's nothing you can do.
Especially with hammer, you gotta get so close to him.
Yeah. Now, I know that holding out the sword tends to, like, stabilize you a little bit, but then you run the risk of poking him, which is another problem entirely.
Correct. And chat can feel free to correct me, but I believe that holding out the sword actually extends the range of your hammer slightly.
It does. It even works when you don't have a sword, I found out.
There we go.
Trolldorm finally goes down. We get the compass. And a nice crystal. Meanwhile, Trisscorp taking care of Landmolus using hammer strats and fire rod strats. All right, Landolus goes down.
And looks like we got both desert items, so we will not have to return in with the boots. Boots may not be required.
This seat is bootless until boots, and that may not even be bootless. So, yeah. Looks like Eastern is the pendant. And I guess that makes it the blue pendant, because that's the one we haven't seen yet. Trisscorp is going to be looking at Agina's cave over a desert. So right now it's looking like desert was an excellent play because of having the hook shot in it. Now Trisscorp heads up to Death Mountain.
Still looking for that moon pearl.
Yep.
So if we get Titan Mitts here, do you think we're going to see some Super Bunny action?
It's possible. The Super Bunny Cave is known as... Oh, speaking of which... Speaking of which, you're a witch because you just called the Titan's Mitts right there.
That's commentator powers right there.
Yeah, I wish I had some of those commentator powers.
I wish I had them when I was playing.
Alright, so there is a bottle. And the boots! What are those?
Which is good news for Yukabonk, because that may lead him to desert.
Yep, we got a couple of places we can check with the boots now. He may head over to desert on account of having the boots now, because that's a big deal. Has the Titan's Mitts as well, so we can come over here and check the King's Tomb. Just a piece of heart in King's Tomb. Meanwhile, Trisscorp is going to take care of the Tower of Harrow, which we saw Yukabonk already take care of.
That piece of art, the same color palette as the Moon Pearl, but not quite what he was looking for.
Indeed. Alright, so the Bonk Rock's next to Sanctuary. Spot that you gotta remember exists occasionally. And also, just a vanilla piece of heart. Yuka heads over to Kakariko Village to visit the sick kid on account of having a bottle now. And it's got the Moon Pearl!
And so no Agana this season.
Yes.
Pretty much wide, yeah, I would say that the world is wide open to him.
The world is your oyster because you have a pearl.
But isn't the pearl enclosed in the oyster?
That's the point. I just think that the sick kid was running a fortune-telling business on the side. Just a piece of heart in the Dark World chest game. Yukabonk gonna check out the bomb hut.
While Trisscorp is going to take his turn with Trolldorm.
Yep, Trolldorm has not been kind to Yukabonk. Let's see if he's any kinder to Trisscorp. And looks like Trisscorp dispatches Moldorm with very little effort. And a Master Sword in the Sea House. Third seed I've seen today was something very useful in the Sea House.
Now, unless my count is wrong, we are 30 minutes into the seed and 3, technically 4 items away from go mode.
Wow.
Technically, you need the lamp for go mode, but they have a fire source, and I don't think that either of these runners are going to spend time looking for that lamp.
It is true. So, Yukabonk is in Thieves Town, gonna find that big key. He also found a shield. And 10 arrows. Myra is a crystal, so that's also going to be a required dark room. So you got Pod Dark Room, you've got Myra Dark Room.
Turtle Rock, although
Turtle Rock Dark Room.
While it looks intimidating, I would say it's actually one of the fairly easier dark rooms.
That is true. Turtle Rock Dark Room is pretty doable. Misery Mire Dark Room is basically literal garbage, and Pod Dark Room is doable once you know the layout. Well, and then there's the helm, and then there's the turtle room, which is even worse.
It sure is. However, they do have the fire rod, so a quick step to the left and a shot with the fire rod will light up that room.
Excellent.
Ooh, Trisscorp just narrowly missing the squirrel there.
Yep.
Ooh, and we are going to see... Oh, we are not going to see...
Yeah.
I thought we were going to see some Super Bunny, but unfortunately...
Yeah.
Little
So,
hiccup.
For those of you who are unaware, the Super Bunny glitch is a glitch state that the bunny can be in which the bunny can perform all the actions that Link can. You can get to that state by doing a couple of things, but the easiest one is falling down a hole that you can go through, because when you hit the ground, it will think you can do all the things Link does. So that's why that cave is called the Super Bunny Cave, because when you fall down to get next to the chest, you will act like Link, and therefore you'll be able to pick up the chests. Indeed, we would in fact not see Super Bunny on account of the invisible sprite. Alright, so Yukabonk gonna make pretty quick work of blind here, I'm sure.
We actually have not found the lamp yet. We were just talking about how many dark rooms we're going to see before, or if we even see a lamp.
Yeah. I mean, what is lamp even?
I mean, at this point, without sequence break, we have the entire overworld open to us, so we may not see it for a very long time.
Nah, we've not seen the lamp. Alright, so Yukabonk will be heading down to take care of the digging game. So how many digs? How many digs do we think it's going to take?
Going with 12.
12 digs, you say?
$13, $14, $15, $16, $17, $18, $19, $20, $21, $22,
Boy.
$23. Oh, looks like all of them maybe. $26, $27, $27.
27 digs. 27 digs, and not going to make it out in time for the text box. Alright, so now that the digging game has been completed, we can start the Southern Dark World Tour.
Luckily, that is only one text box. If you have been unfortunate enough to run into the two jokers up on Death Mountain, that takes a while.
That is unfortunate there. It's happened to me before, and I was not happy.
Lets you know just how cruel Vitor can be.
Alright, Yukabonk is going to be dashing through these pegs. The hammer dash is an always satisfying trick, even though it's not that hard to pull off. It's very satisfying. So, not much anything there.
And Trisscorp getting his Moon Pearl.
Just 5 arrow upgrades at the blacksmith. I think the blacksmith decided to work on something other than metallurgy today. Yeah, both players did in fact do the Dark Sewer. They got the blue mail in there. Yukabon going up to JR Stumpsman. Gonna get 300 rupees. And then head down to the cave. Just a piece of heart in the Haunted Grove cave, just like normal. Smelling a whole lot of vanilla coming off of this seed.
So Yukabonk is going to go check Hype Cave. He's going to leave the chest there for a minute. As long as he does not go to the light world, that chest will stay right where it is.
Yep, it's a good thing to know. That allows you to dash away toward Hype Cave. See, you say Hype Cave.
But it's just not.
This is 3 straight races I've seen today. No hype in Hype Cave. Literally none. Unless you're a fan of the Fire Shield.
We may have to rename that like V18 Cave.
V18 Cave.
Because that's way more hype.
Alright, purple chest contains 10 bomb upgrade. Now Yukabonk going to check the Bombos tablet. We have a heart container. Trisscorp is checking out the back of Sahazrula's hut, where we will find just some love and some money and some bombs.
Alright, Yukabonk is just using the mirror here to be able to have a way to mirror out of Desert Palace. I was worried for a second he's gonna miss his hook shot.
Oh yeah. Well, he'll probably check these items here in the mire area as well.
Absolutely.
Using the mirror to get rid of some of those bombs or blocks, and picking up enough heart pieces to piece together another heart container. I don't know anybody who's going to turn down free heart containers. So Yukabonk is going into Desert Palace now. Going to pick up that hook shot. Now, unfortunately, because the boots have been located, he may spend time checking the right-hand side, which we know just contains the compass and the map.
That is true.
Yeah, it looks like that may be the case here.
He is about to pick up his hook shot here, so he'll be happy about that. Oh, I'm sorry, it was in the big chest.
Right, it was in the big chest. So he's gonna go over to the right side and pick up a couple of useless chests before he comes back to the big key chest.
However, he will be able to mirror, which will save him a good amount of time.
I haven't talked to Vitor, but I don't think the Bool hype is false. Flag has been set. So now that Trisscorp has a shield, we now see a floating shield on his screen. Yukabonk, of course, picking up that hook shot. And we'll be heading to Land Molus to get the crystal. Alright, so Trisscorp making his way through Thieves Town. This will be a interesting little endeavor. Get a crystal out of that. So what are we missing? We're missing the bow. We are missing the Cane of Samaria. And potentially whatever medallion is required for Mire, because I guess we didn't check it yet.
Right, and the ice rod.
And the ice rod, indeed.
Which, of course, would be on the laser bridge.
Of course. It's on the laser bridge. That's the ice rod's permanent location. Don't you know that?
Or an appendant swamp, of course.
Okay. So it looks like we're going to be bringing in additional racers. This is going to be an interesting situation.
Yep, so this will be 2 different seeds going off at the same time. We will try and be very clear about which race we're talking about when we're talking about it.
This is going to be interesting, but we can make this happen. All right. So at the top of your screen, you will see Yukabonk and Trisscorp. And at the bottom of your screen, you will be seeing Patty and I Am the Schwartz beginning their race.
And Patty with the sense of humor.
Well, there you go. I mean, that is something you generally want to take care of before the race, but you never know. Okay. So, Yukabonk gonna buy some magic just to secure the ability to proceed. Meanwhile, importantly, Patty making some changes to the names. So Yukabonk grabs a green potion because they're heading into Ice Palace. Of course, you don't want to run out of magic when you're going to have to fight Cold Stare. And I was going to say if you don't have the Bombos Medallion, it gets worse, but the Bombos Medallion is there. So that's not a real problem. Alrighty. The digging game has been taken care of on Trisscorp's screen, while Yukabonk is dealing with some pen gators. We get some magic drop there, and in the chest, just the map. Alright, so into the Ice Palace. Ooh. Nicely done with the Stalfos trick. And then Yukabonk will be coming up on the ever so illustrious Ice Palace bomb jump.
Looks like our second race is about to get underway. And we have immediate divergence.
Indeed.
Patty with an interesting strategy going straight to swamp.
Yep, heading straight for the dam.
And I Am Schwartz looking to
Oh! Yukabonk finds the Cane of Samaria inside Ice Palace. Sorry to jump down your throat there, but that was worth it in my opinion.
Oh, absolutely. His seat is so quick.
Yeah, Schwartz gonna use the Houlihan glitch to get some money. Looks like we've got Patty playing as Ouija and Schwartz playing as Frog. So we got different sprites all over the place. Patty found the flippers. I'm going to say probably in the dam or around the dam.
Now, I didn't notice, but I imagine that had to skip Mini Moldorm Cave because nothing to kill
no
the
bombs.
Mini Moldorms with.
Well, just can't get in, no bombs.
Oh, that's even a better point.
So,
I am
looks like-
Schwartz. Looks like he skipped the lumberjack check.
yeah. I mean, some people will do it for the information, and some people will just bet on the fact that you'll know if you need to do Aghanim or not based on how the moon pearl and the hammer and everything else falls out.
Absolutely. Meanwhile, in our first match, Trisscorp is being disappointed by Not So Hype Cave.
Indeed, the hype is not real today.
Ooh, Patty finding gloves in Waterfall.
Gloves in the waterfall cave, that is pretty good, especially since you get that flipper right early on.
And gonna check what's on Zora's ledge while I Am the Schwartz is headed down into Blind's hut.
Oh, I guess the flippers were in Link's house, that's what people are telling me. So that might explain why Patty went to the dam immediately, on account of having the flippers.
Oh, that makes sense. And hook shot down in Blind's hut.
Mhm. Meanwhile, Yukabonk will be heading to the backside of Ice Palace to look for the lonely chest, I think. Oh, no. He's just going to get some fairies. And that is something I don't blame you for, because Cold Stare hits like a truck.
And with Master Sword and not half magic, it's not going to be a fun fight.
It's not ideal. You don't want to pick up this magic, then you can either fire 8 fire rod shots, or you can use the Bombos medallion and have 6 more fire rod shots ready to go. Just depends on what you want to do.
And he's going to opt for the Bombo strap. I do not blame him.
Sounds good. Now, our crab special today in our second race are red rupees, which is always fun. So if you need money, you know where to get it.
And Patty just checked the lumberjack, and there is +5 bombs, so nothing for Schwartz to worry about.
Yep.
But
There's
he did
the
just
cane.
find the cane!
You have quite a treasure there in that cane. Both sides have a cane now, or both of our races have found a cane. I'm sure that Patty will find the red cane in our second race before Trisscorp finds it in the first race, on account of the red cane being in Ice Palace. This is a very interesting experience. So, Trisscorp is checking out the Palace of Darkness. Now, because neither player has found the bow, some of this is going to be cut off unless we find the bow here in the Palace of Darkness. And of course, because the lamp has not been found, a lot of that is blocked off by the logic.
However, I imagine we're going to see some dark room strats here.
There will be dark rooms. Ooh, half magic.
Yeah.
Very nice. We have a gold frog on Schwartz's stream on account of having the blue mail. There's the flippers. They were in the dam. And it looks like both players in the second match have the mushroom. And Trisscorp has the mushroom now as well.
And it looks like
and
we're
the cane of
about
Brian.
to find out what was in the mini Moldorm cave, unless I missed Patty going back to it.
I don't believe she did. I don't know what pronoun to use for Patty. Sorry. Patty is a he. Okay, thank you. Okay, Yukabonk heading into the Misery Mire area. Still a couple of things we can check over here. Don't believe they checked the checkerboard cave. And also Misery Mire itself with the Bombos medallion.
And it looks like Yukabonk saying, I don't have the lamp, but I'm not scared.
I ain't scared. Alright. Yukabonk going to make his way through Misery Mire. You don't have to worry about the dark rooms until you've cleared out the rest of the dungeon. So, we'll be looking for those 2 items and that big key.
Looks like Trisscorp there.
Trisscorp having a little trouble in the dark maze.
I think he's a little north of where he thinks he is. Or it's a little hard to tell without the sound cues.
There we go. He's heading toward the big key chest.
There we go.
And let's see what's in it. Just the map. That's unfortunate. He's going to mirror out, and I think that's probably all he can do, because the rest of it is bow-locked.
And looks like we're going to see some more dark room strats from Patty. Going to head up to Death Mountain, save the old man, and probably head east.
Yep. As far as if somebody was learning Randomizer for the first time, I'd probably say saving, Old Man Darkroom is one of the first ones to learn, and it's not that hard. Alright, so Yukabonk takes a death on the spikes in Misery Mire. Now, we've got Trisscorp peeking into Eastern Palace, which is yet another area that requires the bow. Now, of course, because he was over at Palace of Darkness, that is reasonable.
I think he's saying to himself, well, I don't actually have to kill Armos, So why don't I see what I can get out of all the rest of the chests in?
And there's I am the Schwartz picking up his glove in the waterfall cave. Trisscorp grabbing the big key. Yukabonk grabbing another small key. Now Patty is about to go into the 7 chest cave. There's the Quack medallion for Trisscorp. Quack, quack. Alright. So, Kane O'Brien has been found for Patty. And the mirror! So, Kane O'Brien and the mirror for Patty. While Trisscorp finds just 20 rupees in the big key chest in Eastern Palace. That bow is still missing in action. Yukabonk finds the big key in its vanilla location in Misery Mire.
But I believe he has one more item to find.
That is true. So we may see him go check the big chest.
Which it looks exactly like he's going to do that.
So some people stress out because Misery Mire has all these chests and only 2 items. But some people are, realize, it's going to be bad for everybody. So just chill out, right?
Exactly.
Well, Yukabonk did not find anything of use there in Misery Mire, and so Yukabonk is going to opt out of the dark room at the moment. I believe we have 2 separate trackers, so that's gonna help.
Yep, we will try and.
Oh no,
update
we have 1 tracker, so very good on you, Blast Egg there.
Yep, we will try and keep you updated as every thing that we find, but if we miss something, feel free to let us know.
Blast Egg is the real MVP, that is correct. Alright, looks like Yukabonk will be heading to the Dark World side of Death Mountain. Which may end up taking us to a Turtle Rock visit, eventually. Which, as we know, the ice rod is on the laser bridge. Don't pay attention to me. That may not be true.
Oh, I'm pretty sure there's a 98.3% chance.
It's in the logic somewhere, right? Alright, so in Super Bunny Cave, there's the red boomerang, which Trisscorp already has, so I probably should have known that. Ding. Alright, piece of heart in the dark escape room. Now I want to go to an escape room. Alright, and Trisscorp will be heading into Ice Palace where the Cane of Samaria lies. we have like bow and mimic cave? Is that a thing?
Jeez, we could have bow on Frinox. That's always super fun.
Gross. Looks like Yukabonk will be opening Turtle Rock. And Zora has the hammer in our second race. Patty just picked that up.
Oh, that is big.
Gonna go to pound. Oh, never mind. I'm not gonna say that. Go pounding things with the hammer. That's better.
Close one, my friend.
Yep. I really did not even think about it either. Fake powder. Oh boy. All right. So I missed what was in Sahasral's hut down there, so don't know if that's any good. Yukabonk finds the big key and a small key. Wow. I am the Schwartz in that in Sahasral's hut apparently found the moon pearl and the bow.
Shahabadu really paid off. That's his nickname for his close friends.
Oh, okay. I always called him Sassafras.
I do think that's also the common name.
Oh, okay. Good time.
Might be Latin.
Alrighty. So in the chain chomp room, we're gonna have a key, because there's nothing else you can get. Just gotta get them out of the way.
And
there's a sword! So Patty finds a sword in the Ice Rod Cave, which I guess we've probably already seen.
Yeah, I believe that's where Schwartz found his.
I always like when the sword, when something good is in the Ice Rod Cave, because that means somebody's gonna skip it.
Absolutely, and without the flute, oh, it takes a long time to go back there.
Samsonite? That's a Dumb and Dumber reference, I think. Was that it?
And Ice Rod!
That was the Ice Rod.
I was close.
In the big key chest. In Turtle Rock. That is amazing.
Huge payoff for Yukabonk.
King Zora says, let's do something together. Oh wait, that's Lowe's.
So if we find the bow here, it looks like we will be in faux mode.
Faux mode?
Fake go mode, because technically we need the lamp for that.
Yeah, but we both know that all of our runners will be eminently capable of clearing those dark rooms. just bombs in the Mimic Cave, so I don't get to be burned at the stake. I thought that was Ace. I don't know. There's a key in the big chest, which you always want to check. You do not want to get all the way to the laser bridge, open all the chests, not find a key.
I wish somebody had told me that a couple weeks ago. I learned that one the fun way.
Ugh. There it is!
There it is!
Oh! It's in the what do you call this room? The rolling spike room?
Sure.
Rolling spike crystal switch of doom room.
Pretty sure.
Boom. And so here we go. Yukabonk will be making their way through the...
And as we've said before, it looks like a lot of movements there in that dark room, but it is actually only 3 presses of the direction pad.
Yep. Well, after the switch,
the initial one. Yeah.
You'll go up.
Yeah, after the switch.
And then right, and then down, and then left, I think. And that's it.
So I can't count it all, pretty much.
I don't know. 3, 4, close enough for engineering. There's that key. Yuka's gonna go ahead and check some of these other chests, because I certainly wouldn't mind silver arrows or the tempered sword at this moment.
Oh yes.
Let me tell you, Master Sword Ganon without silvers is the worst.
No thank you. I believe that is 52 spins.
Yeah, some gross number. Yeah, it is 52. 12, 12, 4, 24. So I am the Swords, apparently picking up the blue boomerang. Meanwhile, Yukabonk is going to Trinex. I mean, I guess for it to be a gross, it'd have to be 144, but that's beside the point. Oh boy.
It sure feels like 144.
I have 2 races I should be looking at.
I know, it's difficult.
I keep tunnel visioning on Trinex fight. I want to see it won.
So Schwartz is going to do a little dark room to go save the old man, because the old man does not have the dark room strats.
Yeah, he's got to figure that out. Really just got to go down right in the next room, and you're good.
Pretty much.
Oh. Yuka's giving me a heart attack over here. Gonna get that Trinex hits. Hammer time. And Trinex goes down with 2 hearts remaining. Very well done on Yukabonk's part. And picks up the map. Yukabonk had a red potion at one point, but they used it during that fight. I don't know if there were any others available. Alright, so just the compass in the big chest in Thieves Town for Patty.
So Trisscorp really needs to be able to finish up Meyer in the dark here, and then book it right to Turtle Rock, or he's going to be in some trouble.
Indeed, Turtle Rock is... Whew. You know, if I had to guess where the lamp is, I'd probably say Swamp. Because Swamp is... You know, Swamp would have been available very early on, but it's a pendant, so why would you go there?
Right, right. Yeah, I was trying to backtrack that in my head, you know, and you need Hammer Mirror, Moon Pearl, Hook Shot,
Flippers.
and Flippers, and I don't think we found any of those behind a dark room.
Right, everything was available. Alright.
And I am the Schwartz just picked up his mirror on the east side of Death Mountain.
Indeed.
And
Now,
pulls off the bomb jump.
nice. Now, unfortunately, the Sea House tradition does not continue, as the Sea House only had 50 rupees in it today. Interesting that Yukabonk is... Oh, there's the mirror. I thought that they had gotten to the... just stayed in the light world, but yeah, there was a portal there to return to the dark world. So heading to the Palace of Darkness, which, as we have previously discussed, Palace of Darkness is the mullet of dungeons.
Sure is. I like that.
Business in the front, party in the back.
It still cracks me up.
Taking care of Vitreous here for Trisscorp. So, as you have predicted, he did in fact go through the dark rooms to finish off Vitreous, the dungeon. He is using the Cane of Birna, the Cane of Brian strats, to safely walk over the goo, get some damage in on Vitreous's eyeballs. The Vitreous eyeballs can be pretty treacherous, as can the lightning. If I'm not mistaken, as you kill more eyeballs, the lightning comes faster.
It sure does.
Yeah, for a minute, I thought he had cape up, but he doesn't, because he's invisible.
And that's what I thought first. Oh, he's going to use dash strats. But he doesn't have any.
So Yukabonk is heading through Pod. Meanwhile, I am the Schwartz is taking care of the Tower of Hera. Once again being forced to go through the tile room.
And Patty grabbing the blue mail.
Yep. Looks like that was found earlier, but they decided not to pick it up early. But now that they're around the digging game, it was time to do that. Luigi. All right, Vitreous is down.
So Trisscorp's next decision is going to be huge.
He needs to go to Turtle Rock. If he goes to Swamp, he might find the lamp. We don't know. Did either of them check the Graveyard Ledge Cave?
I don't think so, because they did both bonks
We did
in
the sanctuary items in the light.
yeah. So it becomes pretty difficult to go back for one item. I guess catfish 2.
That is true.
And then you get a peek at the third, but they don't have a key to get over. And Yukabonk gets his half magic, which will be vital if they can't find the silvers or...
Hey! Look, Hype Cave is a thing this time!
Ooh, I missed it. What did we get?
We got the bug net and the lamp. So, the lamp being more important, of course. And considering neither runner had a fire source down there, that makes it that much better. Yes, Patty did pick up the bug net and the lamp.
Well, I mean, how are you going to do Agate 2 without...
Yeah, Swagastrats.
Yeah.
So, Trisscorp is cleaning out Skull Woods at the moment, which is not Turtle Rock. According to my sources, Skull Woods is not Turtle Rock.
It is not. However, it's not Swamp. Could have gone to Swamp, and that would not be good.
Speaking of going to Swamp,
Patty is, however, completely different seed.
looks like it. Alright, so we found something.
Okay, so this is not just me.
We will get back to you with this broadcast as soon as possible. Meanwhile, do not panic. Do not picnic. We are fine. Right. Sounds like somebody is opening the end of Palace of Darkness.
While we are working on this, I'll take the opportunity to say that we have 4 amazing runners here, putting on a great show, and you absolutely should click those links that Speed Gaming just posted and give them a follow. They are earning it today.
And it looks like we are back. So Trisscorp is up killing Mothula, while Yukabonk is heading toward the Helmosaur King.
Very, very wise using the fire rod to light that torch.
Indeed. Now, they did remove the free light cone that you used to get when it goes away. I am the Schwartz coming back, going up to Zora. He's going to be very happy.
What did we find there? Hammer?
Indeed.
Yukabonk is in foe mode, meaning he does not have the lamp. But I don't think he cares.
Yukabonk should have no trouble finishing off this seed in short order. Looks like we just had a pedestal check from Trisscorp. Did not see what it was.
However, I doubt it helped him.
I mean, it could have been Lamp. No, it can't. It can't. Eastern Palace.
Oh, fair point, fair point.
Speaking of Eastern Palace, Yukabonk just mirrored outside of it, but certainly not going in. Pedestal was 300 rupees. Alright, so Yukabonk will be heading back into Misery Mire to finish that out. That will be Yukabonk's 7th crystal.
Meanwhile, Patty opts to go left side immediately with Swamp Palace, and it pays off with a big key and a Master Sword.
Excellent.
So he will be making only one trip through Swamp, which is a huge time save.
I agree. This is a pretty good deal. Trisscorp is checking the Spike Cave. And it's just 20 rupees. Where is that lamp? Where is lamp?
My money is that you are correct, and it is a swamp.
Yeah, that's probably it. There's not many other places for it to be. The graveyard ledge, a few other things, but that's about it. Now these seeds, seeds have all been verified by our admins, but the spoilers have not been released to any commentators or anybody else in this race, so we have no idea where things are actually going to be. We are learning all of this along with you, the viewers.
Looks like Schwartz is heading up to Skullwoods.
Yeah, and according to the chat, Patty just picked up the half magic in Swamp, so there's that. All right,
Patty having a great swamp.
Yukabonk is. Oh, Yukabonk has Tempered Sword.
Did he maybe pick it up in pod?
It's entirely possible. It was from Helmasaur, apparently. It was from Helmasaur. Why doesn't... Oh, I guess Trisscorp never finished it. Alright. Yeah, he didn't have the bow. That's right. Because he's in Turtle Rock and he's going to get the bow.
I think Schwartz has it lined up. There we go.
Alright. Yeah, so... that little bomb jump to get across the big chest, it's a pretty standard bomb jump. You can make it easier with the boots. If you have the boots, you can bonk off the left side as it's happening, and then it's basically free.
Yeah, I think there's a 6 pixel window there, whereas the way that Schwartz did it, you have about 1 to 2 pixels.
Indeed.
And without me even realizing it, Yukabonk is on his way to Ganon. So it is that time. 1 through 22. 21 chests and a torch. Where do you guys think it's going to be?
I still gotta go with my namesake. Getting the Bob chest.
You know what? For consistency, I will stick with 7.
Alright, so Bob chest and the Cobb chest for days. Here we go.
Hey, if he goes right side, it is the Bob Cobb chest.
That is true. Wonder if you could have Bob on the Cobb. Then you'd... Anyway. I'm just not getting to talk anymore.
Sounds weirdly tasty.
Yeah. Alright. Speaking of the graveyard ledge, which I spoke of a little while ago, I am the Schwartz is checking that out on the second. What? Did I see that right?
Ooh, silver's in the graveyard overlook. I missed something. What did I miss?
Yeah, I saw that right. That was the big key in the first chest on the right-hand side of Ganon's Tower.
Wow, I missed that. However, he was smart enough to go in and get that one key. That is the worst feeling in the world, to get to the top and be a key short.
You absolutely want to make sure you have a key. Otherwise, you're going to be kind of... You're going to be disappointed, let's put it that way. You're going to have a bad time. Okay, so it looks like Yukabonk will be going to Ganon with Tempered Sword and no silver arrows, which is the standard NMG setup, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct. So if he has spent any time doing NMG, I do not think this will be a problem.
My personal confession, I've only done Silverless Ganon once, so that's gonna be fun if that happens in these tournaments.
My strategy is bring a lot of potions.
Yeah, bring a lot of potions. Dodge the fire bat. Dodge the bat that he throws.
That may be my problem. I had been trying to face him. 30 rupees for a piece of heart for I am the Schwartz.
Yep. Meanwhile, Ouija throwing pots at invisible skeletons. And there we go.
You would think that that one little guy in the bottom left would not be that big of a deal. He is so annoying.
Oh, indeed. At least with the shield that's better than the fighter's shield, you can block the shots. But that can be quite annoying. Alright, Trisscorp will be heading to Trinex, currently playing like he's in go mode because he is.
However, since he just found the bow, he is going to have to go back into pod.
That is correct. The Palace of Darkness still awaits. It means a trip down the mountain and back up the mountain, and that is going to be a long, long time. All right. Trisscorp getting some ice vomit, which is never fun.
Nope, I hope he brought his ice skates.
Well, he did bring some kind of footwear. Does that count?
The boots sure do help.
All right. Meanwhile, in our second race, Patty is cleaning out Eastern Palace. And... oh! Yukabonk almost getting trolled by Moldorm again! But Moldorm goes down.
Much better second time around.
Yukabonk drops a bomb on Moldorm's corpse before opening the validation chest with 50 rupees in it. Alright. That looked like it could have been a double, but I think it was they were too close together, so it might have been a single. Oh,
Yeah, that's really annoying when that happens.
having some issues there on Aka 2. Oh, almost the triple. That was a double. And there we go. Maybe it was a triple. Okay.
Meanwhile, Schwartz finishing up Thieves Town, and Patty making his way through Palace of Darkness.
Yep. Pretty easy call when you've got both the bow and the lamp, unlike what happened in our other race. Ooh. Ganon with the sick bird. And Yuka on to the third phase of the Ganon fight. This will be over soon. Or no, not quite. Sorry about that. I jumped the gun. There we go. All right. Where were the silver arrows? Let's find out. In Swamp Palace.
And I'm guessing that's where the flute was too.
Or the lamp.
That's exactly what I meant. They're all running together now.
Yep. Alright, Yukabonk doing a pretty good job of swordless or silverless Ganon here. For those of you who don't know how silverless Ganon works, there's a very small time frame where when Ganon is teleporting away, that he is vulnerable to a sword slash. And the spin attack with the tempered sword does as much damage as the golden sword, and it takes 12 such hits to bring down Ganon. Oh! Yuka falls to Ganon.
Ooh, that's rough. That's always rough. Some of those spins, sometimes you really gotta fight against going off the ledge.
Indeed. Silverless Ganon is quite the harsh mistress. Wait, Trisscorp found the lamp.
Trisscorp found the lamp? I have no idea where.
Apparently. He might have found it somewhere else in Palace of Darkness, because I know that Yuka go-moded it. I am the Schwartz just took down Mothula. Patty's going in to finish off Pod. And Yukabonk has returned to the third phase of the Ganon fight.
While Trisscorp finishing off Pod and will be momentarily heading up to Ganon's Tower.
And of course, Helmasaur did have the third sword upgrade. Oh, getting hit with that bat while taking the torch glitch there. Didn't actually get the torch glitch, which is
with the Ganon hug. Oh, but he has a potion, so okay.
Potions, pretty important. Oh boy.
Ganon gives some pretty rough hugs.
Blue mail, I think it's like 4 hearts.
Yeah, I believe so. And green mail is 8.
It's a gross amount of damage, let's put it that way. Looks like the silvers were in fact in Swamp Palace, though no idea where.
And I am guessing that Patty found Titans somewhere in Pod.
And here we go. Oh boy. Oh no. Yukabonk doesn't have any more magic potions. Doesn't have a lamp. Doesn't have enough to light the 2 torches. He's gonna have to go back again.
Oh man.
Meanwhile, Trisscorp making his way into Ganon's Tower. We may have a much closer race than anticipated on our hands here. Especially since Trisscorp is picking up the big key immediately.
Will he remember to get a small key? Yes, he will.
Yes, he will. So silver's in the silver's in the lower race. Schwartz found those in which dungeon was it just in? I can't remember. Now that we know how the top is going, I can pay a little more close attention to the bottom race.
Looks like Patty activating his flute.
Yep. Swag duck incoming. Okay, Yuka's gonna go make one more attempt on Ganon. Meanwhile, Trisscorp up in the ballroom.
Ooh, and he's gonna go grab a fairy.
Gonna go grab some safety health. Yuka making it back to the third phase of the Ganon fight. I have the feeling Yuka's gonna try real hard to get this torch glitch.
Oh, most definitely.
Oh! Misses it again.
It can be quite difficult without the lamp. With the lamp, you just spam the lamp until you get it.
Right, but with the fire rod, you've got to conserve that magic, so you can't just spam it all day.
Absolutely.
So, apparently, there's a meme growing in the lower chat about one of our runners forgetting to do escape. And we're almost done here. Oh! Ooh. Okay, so Yuka has more potions. Bodied by a fire bat. And there it is!
GG.
Finishes! Yukabonk finishes with a SRL official time of 1 hour, 49 minutes, and 36 seconds. GG to Yukabonk. Meanwhile, Trisscorp fighting Moldorm 2. So this really did become a much closer race than it originally was. It was that Turtle Rock gamble that paid off for Yukabonk.
Without a doubt. That was the changer right there.
Alright, so Patty's gonna take this purple chest to the man in charge. Just get a piece of heart there. Meanwhile, Trisscorp started the Agate 2 fight. There's a double, looks like. And getting trolled by that setup. It was not a good setup. And that just looked like a single to me. And there's a double. And 1. So there we go. 2, 0, 1, 2, 1.
I typically go for the 1-0-0-1-1-1-1 strat.
Lower capital O?
Is that not the right strat?
Okay. I thought you were spouting off an ASCII code there. Huge nerd over here. Alright. So Yuka has 1. I don't know if we're getting Yuka in here at all. But at this time, I am going to have to vacate the stream. Well, once Trisscorp is finished, I will need to vacate the stream, and it looks like we have someone coming to accompany you for the rest of this race.
Oh, that's interesting. I believe I am going over to Speed Gaming 1 here in a minute.
Interesting. So we may be getting several commentators to help out. Alright. So, Trisscorp is getting to the 4th phase of Ganon. Sounds like 1 hit, 2 hits. No, that wasn't a hit. Alright, 2 hits. Oof. Getting bodied by Ganon. Needing to use a red potion. Luckily, the torch glitch was acquired here.
Let's all give some respect to Fiesel here for juggling about 18 races at the moment.
Oh yeah, Fiesel's got that. Fiesel's got this streaming gig on lock. It's amazing. So, as Trisscorp finishes up with the Ganon fight, I want to remind everybody to give these runners a follow. Give Trisscorp a follow. Give Yukabonk a follow. Give I'm the Schwartz a follow. Give Patty a follow. Give Speed Gaming 1, 2, 3, 4 follow. Even Randomizer Mania 1, 2, 3, 4, because we've got a lot of rando races coming your way. Trisscorp finishes with a time of 1 hour, 54 minutes, and 37 seconds. Very good. Very good time for that seed. Turtle Rock having both of those items. What a troll. You know what I mean?